Looks like we're recording. Well, welcome back to the Bantering Boneheads. I'm Tony.
I'm Matthew.
And I'm David.
Once again, we are swapping it up a little bit. Mark's still out making money, and we still hadn't hit that 1 million subscriber.
Well, you know, I'm thankful for Mark working so hard to fund this show because we're not doing it.
So I guess today we're going to be talking about things we've done that could have ended badly. You know.
So this one time at band camp, ironically, I met your daughter.
This show might end badly here. Where Joe talked about a sibling dispute.
rivalry.
Yeah.
We're about to have an in-law dispute here.
Yeah. Oh, gosh. So some of the crazy things we've done, man. You know, we had that show, a week or two ago about the
Dam.
Yeah, my brother going over the dam. That could have ended badly. But I remember one time, man, and it had nothing to do with me, something I did, but I just happened to be involved in it. And so...
Innocent bystander. Tony.
Yeah, so Dad, I don't even remember why we were in Natahala, okay? But he had a truck and a trailer. We had taken something up in the mountains there somewhere to somebody. And it was me, my brother... my best friend at the time, Dean, we were all riding back down this mountain, curvy dirt road.
What could go wrong?
Yeah, and we were on the trailer, empty trailer, and Dad was flying down through there. Man, he was whipping that thing around, he was trying to turn us over, make us fall.
Today on things that happened in the 80s that would send you to prison today.
Yeah, and... I mean, man, we were falling all over the place, and we were having the best time. But now that I'm older, I'm thinking back, what was my dad thinking? He could have killed all of us.
It's funny, because in my former life, one of the trainings that I attended was for equine cruelty and transporting them.
Uh-huh.
And what they did was they took like 15 of us and just herded us into the back of this horse trailer and then went and drove around the city of Concord, slamming on the brakes, throwing us all over the place. I was like, what am I supposed to be learning from this?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean...
It's funny that you start with a truck, though, because you remember that dually that I had?
Yeah.
Big green truck? So I went with my dad once to get some gravel. I don't even remember why or where. Are we back?
The technical difficulties.
Okay. Anyway, so we could leave my house, go to that gravel pit up near where you work, Martin Marietta, and then leave there and go all the way to Vail. So we're on the road for an hour before we ever get to where we're going. What happened when we got there is we went to raise the dump trailer, and when we did, it just came straight off the hitch.
Oh, Lord.
Because when we hooked it up that morning, we never put the pin in it and locked it down. It had just been sitting there for 70 miles worth of driving with 5 tons worth of gravel.
Oh, that could have ended real bad. Hospital, court,
insurance. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
not a fan of that one.
I could be visiting you in prison, man.
You could have. I could have killed someone.
Yeah.
Least of all me.
Yeah. What about you, David? David's never done anything that ever could have ended badly.
Well, this one time he met me and shook my hand and said, "You know you're too good for her, right?" And here we are 15 years later, and I've never let him live it down.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a true story. I shook his hand. What was it, the prom I brought y'all to?
It was Heather's senior prom.
Yeah, you were driving the limo.
No. It was Heather's senior prom, which I guess by default was also Brittany's, or was she a grade behind?
No, she was a grade behind. Yeah.
Either way, they were both there. You brought Brittany.
Yeah.
And me and Heather were there, and he just comes up. "I'm David. You're too good for her." And I'm like, "Gotcha, boss. Have a good night."
Yeah,
that's the first time
that's
meeting
one
him.
I will
Very
never
first time,
live
dude.
down.
Very first time.
Oh, my gosh. That is funny, man. Yeah, I mean, we've all done some stuff that was stupid to start with.
What was the dumbest thing that you did as a kid for fun?
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, no, I've actually got one for that.
Go for it
Let's
while he's
hear it.
thinking, because
Let's
I got
hear
one too.
Okay, you know Mike.
Yeah.
Q, yeah.
Yeah.
It was me, him, and Timmy, and we found some pipes and got some bottle rocket wars.
Oh, we used to do that with Roman candles.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, we just like the Roman candle, chase each other.
We
through the
used to
neighborhood.
shoot each other with BB guns.
We did too. It's amazing that I don't have any embedded in me.
And my brother was a dead eye with this thing. Dude, he would there would be like we had a clothesline in the backyard. I know you at your age you don't know what that is, but and it had
We had one in our backyard too.
it had the clothespins on it, right? And
Yeah.
you know how if you clipped them on just right, they would spin around freely. My brother would sit there and ping those things and just, I mean, from a good distance, pop, zzz, pop, zzz, hardly ever miss. So you know I lost a BB gun fight.
So I live now in the neighborhood that I grew up in, and comes down like this and goes back up. So there's hills everywhere.
Yeah.
We got a hold of a 55-gallon plastic drum.
Oh.
Put somebody in it, put the lid on it,
Oh.
down the hill it went.
Oh my gosh.
God,
The
did they
thought
puke?
of it makes me... No, we were all fine because we were idiots. The thought of it makes me sick now. But
We used to do something like that where I grew up. We had this big hill, and but we didn't have anything to get in. We just rolled down it. But yeah, a bunch of sick
we
kids
also,
at the bottom.
because we're stupid, back when it used to snow here, we had some friends that had four-wheelers. So we'd go up into the fields back behind the house and tie a rope to the back of the four-wheeler and then lay down on a sled and hold the rope. And they drag you through the fields until you went flying off of it.
Oh wow. Yeah.
I got tangled up once and it wrapped around my arm. I came off the sled and I was sitting here like this, just getting drugged by a four-wheeler, and they couldn't hear me. So I'm just bouncing around through this field.
Man, that explains a lot, though.
Doesn't it? Doesn't it?
My questions have been answered. That's all I got to say.
That is like the least traumatic head injury I've ever had. I had a mailbox. I had 4 staples in my head from a ill-timed backflip on my bicycle.
I think they left some in.
Maybe. I took a skateboard to the head, crescent wrench to the face.
Man, I've had some crazy ones. There was that day I decided to go to work on the motorcycle. That didn't end too well.
No, it did not.
No, it didn't. It ended abruptly.
Yeah. Do you remember when we tried to put the screen door up at my house?
Yes.
How the first one took us like
an
3
hour.
freaking hours because we were too stupid to read the instructions.
Yeah. Who needs instructions?
Then we go,
man?
boys.
We are men. We don't need no instructions.
Well, we were so burnt out by the end, and we're just like, you know what? Let's look. And we go and we open up.
Yeah, it took us like
So
10 minutes on that
What
last
happened
one.
is we opened it up, and there's all these little orange spacers all the way around. We're like, well, that's packing. You don't need that. Threw them all out. Those are very important if you're ever going to put up a screen door, just so you know.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I can remember doing a lot of stupid stuff, man. Like that old house we lived in, and like I had to get under the kitchen to do some work on some pipes and stuff. And well, I was thinner then, but man, so like there was a foundation there is brick, and there was a hole just big enough that man, to squeeze into that, and it was so low to the ground. I literally had to breathe out, exhale, and scoot in, stop, take a breath, stop, and scoot in. And I mean,
Now,
man,
once you were through it, was it kind of a little bit more open?
no.
So
when I got to I was in between some
Like
floor
floor
joists. And literally, where I was going, when I got up into it, there was no turning. I had to go up there, do what I was going to do, and then
Not happening.
back
Not
out.
happening.
Yeah.
I will never have a job that puts me under houses again.
Yeah.
It's not happening.
I don't like it. I fell off of things.
Do you remember when you had to go to the hospital on Christmas?
Oh, yeah.
Because Lisa's phone screen broke and you ended up impaling yourself with
I
it?
actually didn't go then.
I thought y'all went after we left. And you got some
I
stitches
was
or
going to
something.
go the next day and because the glass was
We couldn't
up
get it
under my
out, dude.
fingernail.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
well, like
glass,
we're literally, I'm there with a pair of needle nose trying to pull it out. Just
yeah,
can't get
it was
anywhere.
embedded in up under my fingernail. And I'm like, well, I'll go to bed and we were going to go out of town the next day.
Yeah,
and
I remember that.
I was going to hit the urgent care and just get them to pull it out. Well, just sleeping that night, I guess my body started trying to push it out, and it pushed it out enough that I could get a hold of it and pull it out.
It's a
Wow.
bad time.
Yeah, that was a whole new pain.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like your first kidney stone.
Yeah, Lisa's had them. I hadn't had
Those are
any,
bad
and
news,
I'm
dude.
not going to have any.
I've had them twice.
Ugh.
Terrible.
Oh, yeah, man. I felt so bad for her because she's sitting there in pain. I mean, mega pain, and I can't do nothing but just sit there, you know.
There.
Bless.
All 3 of the theirs. There.
Yeah, there. I bet that hurts too.
You ever broke a bone?
Yeah.
What'd you break?
Well, I've cracked a rib just a few weeks ago. Coughing.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I broke this wrist when I was 5. I don't remember how, but apparently I was showing off for a girl in some capacity and just completely shattered it.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, Todd, our son, he's broke like the whole left side of his body at some point.
We want to talk about making bad decisions and injuries. He needs to be sitting right there.
We should have had him on the show. I remember one time, it wasn't too long ago, he was in the hospital for something. I can't even remember what happened, but he had to stay in the hospital a couple of days. And I was up there, and the nurse came in, and I was talking with him and the nurse, and somehow it came up. I said, he's broke like the whole left side of his body. And she says, "Oh my God, you poor boy." I said, "Not at one time." It ain't like it all happened at once.
I was, at one point in my life, I was so prevalent for injuries that I had to take a coworker to the hospital. And Heather called me and was like, "Hey, what are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm sitting at the hospital." I didn't get "Are you okay?" Any of that. I got, "What did you do now?" It wasn't me. She goes, "Yeah, what'd you do?" I'm like, "Really? It was not me this time."
That's awesome.
I get them from Lisa, man. I so many things I've done, and then hindsight, I think, man, that was really stupid. I was out one day putting decorations up in the tree in front on a ladder, like a A-frame ladder.
Yeah, your yard's not suitable for that.
Yeah, I fell off of that thing. But I landed good.
Maybe that's why you got him out of the motorcycle wreck so quick. You knew how to fall.
Maybe.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, got any more crazy stuff? I mean, man, I could go all day with stupid stuff we've done. I mean, just one thing. I remember running one time past this guy. He had like one of those sling blade things, and he had it up in the air getting ready to swing, and I ran right by him, and he paused, or he'd have took my head off.
So I was like maybe 10. We went to a concert.
Like 3 years ago?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Little less than that. But, I turned 13 this year. They had stashed like think of a political sign, right? Been all over the place here the last couple of months. There was one of those for the artist, and I don't even remember who the artist was. And on the way in, they'd taken it and stashed it under a bush so they could take it home. I come from an interesting family.
Yeah, we've had conversations
Right?
about that.
So on the way out, they see some people standing by the bush. They're like, "Man, they're going to get our sign. Go get it." Because I'm the young one in the group, so I take off running, just headlong. It's 11:30 at night. I can't see a thing. Next thing I know, I'm dead on my back, looking at the sky. Well, what just happened? Apparently, there was a steel cable to like keep people away from a certain spot, and it was neck height.
Oh, no.
It looked like I'd taken a butter knife and tried to cut my throat.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, that could have ended bad.
That was one of the worst pains I've ever had in my life, dude.
That reminded me of a freaky story. I was about the same age you are and was visiting some people down in Louisiana at some kind of party or whatever.
Nothing good happens down there.
Well, anyway, there was multiple families at this one place. And I was riding somebody's bike, and I was wide open going through their backyard and ran into a clothesline, like you said, about neck high.
That hurts, man.
The bike kept going, and
there you
I
were.
came off. Boom.
I know about, well, I kept going, but the motorcycle stopped.
The motorcycle stopped quick.
Very quick.
Didn't even need a kickstand. Just
No, stayed in the upright position forever. That's probably still standing.
please
now.
put your tray tables in an upright position and prepare for landing.
Oh, well, goodness. I guess that's enough for now, man. We've all survived. And,
Well, that's good.
yay. So, until...
Man,
Yeah, they're glad it's over. Listen,
Yeah.
if y'all liked any of this and got a little bit of a chuckle, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Subscribe would really help us out right now, and we appreciate it. And until the next time, stay bona fide.